Last time on Castlevania Legends, we crossed through the graveyard, and now we're in the castle proper. The castle halls, to be more precise. So, after the last boss, we picked up a new magic spell. To use it, press up and B, and this one is Wind, which stops time. I guess here's the real reason Sonia Belmont isn't canon. She's way too overpowered. She starts the game with the ability to turn invincible, and the first thing she gets is a time stop. No wonder she can kill vampires so easily. She's just got this. She killed a bat and got this. Anyway, there are bone pillars down there. They just fire projectiles. They work like they normally do in the series. But we've also got big ol' skulls that act like boos from the Mario games. When you're facing them, they won't do anything. When you turn your back to them, they will attempt to chase you down. Of course, unlike boos, they're actually pretty quick, so if you leave them alone for too long, they can actually just zip right behind you. Just nothing personal kid the hell out of you. So anyway, the good thing about Wind is that it can stop time. The bad thing is, it is actually kind of pricey. It takes 5 whole hearts to use Wind, and yeah, that's kind of pricey. That's one of the reasons you really want to grind up hearts at the start of the game. Also, that's a very weird phrase saying it like that. Out of context, that's really bad. Anyway, though, yeah, just make sure to get a lot of hearts early on so you can maybe not spam this. If you use it too much, then you are going to find yourself not having many hearts for later on in the game when you might really need it, but, you know, heck, it can help you dodge pretty easily. I would go so far as to say I went a little too happy with the Wind spell, but nonetheless, I still made it most of the way through the game without being in too much trouble with hearts. But anyway, that's new stuff. Other than the song's alright. It's not bad, but, you know, unlike this game's version of Bloody Tears, where it was really good because you could kind of, you know, compare it to other versions of Bloody Tears, and it was actually pretty unique. This is a song where I wish it had a more modern version, and maybe it doesn't, I just can't remember it because Bloody Tears is the iconic song here, and I guess I'm the fake Castlevania nerd. But yeah, I don't know, I kind of would like to hear an updated version of this, because it's an okay song. I just would like to hear it with different instrumentation. Alright, this is probably where we get the item of the stage, so we'll check this out. Oh yeah, this is a dick move. So yeah, this is what you definitely want to use the Wind magic for. Just be prepared to press up and B for just absolute asshole moves like that. Just surprise, skull! If he hits you and knocks you off the rope, you will fall to your death. You cannot survive if you get hit by that guy. And he's respawned, because of course. Anyway, we get the stopwatch, which is, I guess, pretty fitting, since we have the Wind spell. But yeah, the rest of the stage is, you know, going to be more or less the same. I don't think I have anything else too new to bring up. So, I can mention, just the fact that this game takes place a lot later than Castlevania Lament of Innocence. That car on the highway out there was apparently very surprised at that. Don't know if you could hear that. Hope you can't, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, Lament of Innocence took place in 1094. Castlevania Legends takes place in 1450, so that's 356 years where no vampires were hunted. At least, not the main one that we all know and love, Count Dracula. Of course, last time we left him, he was named Matthias, but he is just Dracula in this game. I think by now the Drackle family is born. I don't know if Vladimir Drackle... I think Vladimir Drackle III was born later than 1450, but I think the family's around. I don't know how Matthias gets into that family, because, like, they made him a different character in Lament of Innocence who would become Dracula, but, like, he is actually supposed to be Vladimir Tepes III, is the thing. He's kind of both, so, I don't know, maybe Dracula's just preparing to just invade a family and kind of just do whatever with the power in the region. But yeah, other than that, not too much really happened that would concern the Belmonts between Lament of Innocence in this game. Pretty much just the Crusades, which happened in 1095. Though if I remember correctly, one of the excuses of one of the backdrop things of Lament of Innocence is the fact that, the Crusades were happening just then. That's why the church couldn't send any help to Leon to save his wife from a vampire. But the thing is, the Crusades didn't actually happen till 1095, at least not properly, so I guess in Lament of Innocence they were just kind of prepping for it. Everybody was just packing, and then Leon ran in like, "Holy shit, guys, you'll never believe what happened to my wife. She got turned into a vampire." They're like, yeah, it's great, Leon. Look, we've got some infidels to kill, so if you could just pack up too, we kinda need you there. And then Leon disappeared for the Crusades, and then he came back and was like, "Okay, so my wife is dead now, but she's also my whip, is the thing. She is this whip that I am carrying around." And then the Crusaders were like, "Okay, but you did abandon us during the Crusades," which are still happening, because these happened for a hell of a long time. Also, that's alchemy, which is also illegal. You are super banned from the country, Leon. And then I guess Leon just left and started a family in the countryside and, I don't know, died of pneumonia? That's what most people did back in the day, right? Anyway, though, yeah, that's more or less it. There hasn't been a lot of vampire hunting until Sonya was like, "I gotta beat up Dracula. Nobody around here appreciates the light of hope. We need the light of hope. I'm gonna kill Dracula." And so she will. And now she's just wielding Vampire Killer, which, again, is Leon's dead wife, who's now just hanging out with Sonya. Now I do kind of just want a version of Castlevania where, Sarah speaks to whatever, Belmont is currently wielding Vampire Killer. I think that'd be kind of funny. Also, technically speaking, if I remember correctly, Belmonts are supposed to get more powerful the further down the line they are. By the time we get to, the last game chronologically in the series, we've just got the strongest and dumbest Belmont. If you could believe it, there's a bigger himbo. But I don't know, it feels like Sonya's pretty powerful as it is. She can turn invincible, she can freeze time, except against bosses. Wind is not effective against bosses, but still. She's fighting a zombie dragon now, which seems pretty significant. Just fighting a whole-ass dragon, and I know it's dead, but she fights dead things for a living, so I think that just makes it more impressive. At the very least, it falls under her purview now. But yeah, she's just gonna whip it to death, because she has burning mode, so she can just get hit by floor tiles and not care. There we go, zombie dragon dead, end of video.